Hello everyone, it's the Metal Geek. How y'all doing? Okay, I've just spent a weekend playing Astral Chain. Now I'm not gonna talk too much about the story because I have not completed the game yet, but wow. All I can say is wow. So, ladies and gentlemen, here is my first impression look at Astral Chain. Okay, this is Platinum Games. I love Platinum Games. I am a big fan of the Bayonetta games. I generally love RPGs, but when it comes to action games, Platinum Games is the standard bearer. Astral Chain is the newest game from Platinum Games. It is an exclusive game to the Switch. And I'm gonna tell you, if you love action games, this is the game for you. Now, I've spent about 6 to 7 hours playing Astral Chain. Where the game really shines is in, well, the actual gameplay itself. This game is an action, well, to some extent an RPG, but trust me, it's not really an RPG. It does have some RPG elements in it, but this is an action game through and through. And, well, the game is going to live or die based off of whether the action actually works or not. To be honest with you, in the first maybe hour of the game, I wasn't really sure I was a big fan of the game because the action, while good, didn't really feel fluid. And to some extent, it's because you are learning what you're doing in the game, so it's not going to be overly fluid. But you also it just didn't really feel like you had a big move set. Well, of course, that's because you're kind of gonna earn your move set as you go along. And in this particular case, by the time I got about 2.5 hours into the game, that's when things exploded. The action just became mind-boggling. In all honesty, I love the Bayonetta series. It is one of my favorite action games, period. When I learned the movesets for this game, I honestly say this with trepidation, but I also say it with complete honesty. The action is better in this game than Bayonetta. Now guys, there is a tiny little bit of spoilers coming up here, not a lot. I mean, I'm really not ruining much here because, again, I'm still in the midst of playing this game, so I haven't really completed the story yet. I will tell you I like the story so far, as basic as the story might be, but it's also very much elevated by the fact that the action in this game is just amazing. But I'm sidetracked here. Let's kind of get back to where I'm going. You're in a futuristic cyberpunk city, kind of like a post-apocalyptic thing, but there's not much really post-apocalyptic here. A little bit, but not much. And you're going to play either one of two characters who are twins. You can either play as the male character or the female character. And whatever character you play pretty much stays silent throughout the game. There's a little bit of voice work, but it's, you know, different type of things like yeah, grunge, stuff like that. It's not really going to be sentences or anything like that. And the opposite character is going to be Akia. Now, that character gets to speak, whether you play the male or the female version of the character. The other character gets to speak and you don't. So it's kind of like, it's a little weird. I think they could have worked it where both characters could have had dialogue if they were going to go that route anyway. but at the same time, it's also trying to make you feel like you're the character and that the other character is, you know, their own being. And this is, again, a little bit of spoilers, so if you don't really want to be spoiled about anything, please don't go any further until you play the game. But your father, at least the twins' father, is the captain of the, well, this kind of like a police squad. And of course, he's being an overprotective father, and he doesn't want his kids really being there, but they are there, so he has to deal with it. And the reason why they're there is because, well, they're part of a special squad of the police that can control these things called legions. Now, legions are basically, I don't really want to ruin the story here, so I'm just going to say that they're robotic type of things. They're not. There is some organic aspects of them. Play the game and you'll see exactly what I mean. But you control them and they fight with you in battle, and you connect to them through what's called an Astral Chain, hence the name of the game. And you can basically control these two different characters, and it seems complicated when you think about it, but it's actually pretty fluid, very smooth, and just works very, very well. This is kind of a very first impression look. I like the story, I love the action. And in reality, I'm going to tell you that if this continues going the way it's going to go, this is probably going to be one of the highest rated games I've played in a long while. I can't give an overall official rating at this point because, in all honesty, I really do have to complete the game and the story. But I will tell you, like, in my personal opinion, this really feels like it's going to be like a 9.5 out of 10, maybe a 10 out of 10. There are a few things that I'm not particularly loving about the game, but the things that I do love, I love way more than the things that I don't like. And that really offsets the negative aspect of it and makes it a lot more positive. But guys, look forward later down the line to a full review. This is the Metal Geek saying that as of right now, I'm giving this thing like a 9 out of 10. That could change, it could go higher or it could go lower. But this game, yeah, go to whatever local store you have near you right now and pick up this game, or download it digitally. It doesn't really matter at all. All I am going to tell you is that if you like action games, this is the action game of this generation, or at least it feels like that to me at this point. So go out there and play it, guys. And again, this is the Metal Geek saying, have a great one.